rolling. We are rolling.
Trolling.
What up? We are live. What up, everybody?
What up? What up?
It's the G.O.A.T business back in the building. How's everybody feeling? Looking, feeling, smelling? How's everybody doing today?
Yeah.
Fucking, we got Richie in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The GO.A.T.
Back in action.
Yeah,
Back
you guys.
at it again.
If everything worked out the way it was supposed to, you should have seen him on You should have seen him on the one. You already seen him once, but you should see him on the one that just came out last week. If everything works out, this being the following week. So, yeah. So welcome back to the Good Weather Podcast, y'all. Fucking Aunt Twanny, old Twan Savage is on vacation this week.
Hopefully living his good life.
Due to be back soon. He'll be back soon. Next episode or a few episodes. But yeah. How's everybody doing? Hope y'all are good. Great. Richie, how you doing, bro?
Doing pretty good. Just got off a nice little 12-hour bender.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing, y'all. Like, we shoot these podcasts, like, the days aren't always the same, but we typically shoot these podcasts after we get off of work, just because it's the most convenient way. I don't really know why. We just been doing that way prior to him coming through with it. Like, we work at the same place, as you guys know. And so, we typically will cook up right after we get off. So we'll work like a 12-hour shift. I was off last night, or I left early. But, no, we'll usually work to 12 and then go to breakfast. We have like these rituals, which actually that's what I wanted to talk about before I go off on a tangent about but yeah, I'll pick back up on the ritual thing. But essentially we go to breakfast, have breakfast with like a squad of people from work, and then from there we'll drive home over here to the crib, to the spot, to the studio. Record home base, record a podcast, and then usually that one, if everything is done correctly on the editing side, which again, it's all new, so it's a work in progress, but we're usually a couple weeks out, so these things are staggered, so they're never like, you're almost never going to watch one that came out the same day that you're watching it, okay, or sorry, that was recorded the day that you're watching it. So if you're watching it, it's usually a week old, or it's at the most a couple weeks old. Yeah. But yeah, so having said that, it's usually after a 12-hour shift, so, forgive us for sometimes being burnt-brained. But also, I think, like, it's not a bad time to do a podcast, too, because, like, I don't know, you have so much, like, you're, like, ready for the weekend. Because it goes into our weekend, too, I should have mentioned. Like, yeah. We work weekends, so our weekends are weekdays, so most people, their weekends are the actual weekend, like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Ours, those are the days we work. We work, obviously, the 12-hour shift, so, yeah. But what I wanted to say is, that made me think about what I was thinking about earlier prior to, like, linking up and everything. Just to give, like, a preface, I had some stuff go down, and I had to run out of work early, which is not typical. I've never done that at that job, but point is like, had to leave out, and before I left, I had told you and James that I was gonna probably not go to breakfast tomorrow, which was today, because it was yesterday that I left out. Yep. But anyway, so I said, like, I'm probably not gonna go to breakfast tomorrow, and I could tell, like, obviously, like, that you guys, it wasn't like the end of the world or nothing, but I could tell it was like, oh damn, okay, well, all right. Like, you guys understood I was upset, but you also were like, damn, okay, would have liked you to come. But you didn't say that. Nobody, like, they were both very understanding about it. But my point is like, after I sat with it for a little while, I thought about it, and I was just thinking about, I was playing a video game, listening to a podcast, and then I was just thinking about stuff, and it made me think, like, I don't know. It made me think, like, yeah, like, there's stuff going on and everything, and things are negative or can be negative, but sometimes, like, I don't know, sometimes you just have to show up for the ritual of it, because inherently, like, it'll help. And like, I don't know, I thought about that and I was just like, I shouldn't let this thing affect the ritual. Like, I should still go. If I feel good enough, like feel up to go, I should still go to the, because we do this breakfast as much as we can consistently on Tuesdays. There's ones where we'll miss or whatever, but point is like, normally I get like the same thing. You get the same thing. Everybody there gets the same thing.
Yeah.
But to the point where like the waitress doesn't even always like doesn't need to ask, but she does out of courtesy.
Doesn't even bring out a menu.
Dude, yeah, like never brings us a menu. Knows that I'm drinking coffee. Just classic. She's the shit. Shout out Gus's, by the way. That's where we go. Gus's. Not gonna give you any more information than that, but Gus's. Shout out Big Gus. But anyway, no. So I noticed while I was thinking about it, I was just like, like I've been looking forward to this thing. My guys like from work been looking forward to it. Like we look forward to it every week. Just like it's something small. It's simple. It's like inexpensive. Also, it's just a diner. So
it's that you grind and then it's the end of the grind. That it's like you grinded your work week out and now it's the prize at the end. That's what it is, honestly.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a payoff.
Yeah.
And like honestly, because things in like life can be monotonous, right? Like just the same every day going, like you go to work, you get off of work, you go home, you do whatever you do at home, and then you go to sleep. Then you get up and then you go back to work, and then so it's like I started thinking about it. I didn't realize how important it is to incorporate little rituals.
Yeah.
Because you can get lost in the monotony, like just that static of like being just stagnant almost.
Yeah.
You can get lost in that.
Yep.
It can, and then also if you're going through something, it can make it just that much harder. I feel like to have to go through. It can just make that whole experience harder when you don't have those little like you don't give yourself little breaks or little moments of celebration.
Yeah.
Because you could get lost in a moment of things feeling chaotic or whatever the case may be and forget that there's like a bunch of good people around you that, might be down for a little ritual because they might be having a similar experience too where like they would like to do it. And before you know it, you're going to, breakfast every Tuesday and hanging out and having a good time.
Yeah. And you got to always enjoy the small things, and that is definitely a small thing.
Yeah, and like I don't know, it was like it's like a half hour away from me, but some of the people it's 5 minutes, some of the people it's 45 minutes, some of the people are like an hour, and that's my point is it's one of those things where it's not even necessarily like the food or it's the whole thing, right? Like
it's the vibe.
Yeah, and it's nice because it's I don't know, it's one of those things where it makes you realize, or at least makes me realize, I should say. Makes me realize, like, oh, this is what people, like, this is what family does. Like, this is the thing. Like, oh, okay, well, like, when you have, a family friend, like, you guys go on a family vacation every year. You guys try to, or every so often you guys try to go on a cruise, or like...
Yeah, my family does. I don't necessarily join because I grind too much.
Yeah, you might have to work, yeah. But my point is, like, your family does that, and that was something that they just were like... We're gonna start doing this. You guys, you pick this time. I'll pick this time.
Yeah, they always decide on something, or somebody comes up with a new idea. My grandparents love cruises, so that's 9 times out of 10. That's probably what it's gonna be. But you get the lake house trips or the beach. So
honorary shout out for the Poochie, y'all.
Yeah.
It's Winnie Heels. Say hi. Say hi. This is my dog, Winnie. This is one of the two. They'll be down here posted up during the shootings of some of these podcasts, but sometimes they get fussy and they want to go upstairs. Yeah. So I'm going to take her up real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but when that happened with him last night, I made sure to reach out to him last night and be like, hey, you should probably come out to breakfast with us. Just throw that bad vibe away and enjoy that good vibe that usually comes with the breakfast and the people that we have at breakfast. And stuff like that. So
yeah, I'm just like, I look at that stuff and I'm like, okay, so what more like, not necessarily like rituals, but what more things can I identify in my life that I could maybe tweak to have? And I'm not saying like out loud what I'm thinking for me. I'm just saying like that's where that led to that thought of like, oh, this ritual. It's like, oh, this was just something. I forget. I think it was James. It was like, yeah, man, they go. Everybody goes to breakfast. I've gone a couple times. Like,
just by myself.
If you want to go, and I was like, sure, like I'll be down. And then we went, and it was like, oh, let's do this. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like that about, because you and I have been trying to go to a concert for fucking the better part of like damn near 3 years now.
Yeah.
And whatever, like life gets in the way. But my point is I think whenever we do go to a concert, whether it be a fucking rock show, rap show, or some alternative shit, whenever we do that, I feel like that's going to be one of those things where we're like, oh yeah, this is what we're doing. Like, we got to go to a show every year. We got to go see this person.
We got to do this. Got to get that vibe going. Got to enjoy the time.
But yeah, it's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, what can I do? What can you do? What can just the average Joe do differently, or not differently, but what can they tweak to incorporate some stuff that makes the everyday monotonous same old a little more dynamic? It's like spicing up your life.
Yeah.
You know? And for me, things like breakfast, another thing I've been doing a lot is, obviously my dogs always need to go on walks. Like, for those of you that don't know, the dog that you just saw moments ago is a French Bulldog, little baby Frenchie. I have 2 of them, and they both, like, have high energy. They love to go on walks, all the stuff that every other dog likes to do. So, but the problem is they can't do the heat, and it's summertime. So I either have to get up really early if I'm off work, or when I get home from being off work, because I work third, I get home like early as shit, like 6:30 in the morning. When I get home, I'll try to take them before it gets too hot, because it gets hot as shit. So,
yep.
But I've been taking them on longer walks in the mornings when I get home, or I've been taking them on walks like short, like 3 little short walks throughout the day, even at the hotter points in the day. I just have to watch out for their puppy pads, like on their feet, because of the actual road being hot. My point is like, just doing more stuff like that. Like the one day I was editing a podcast, and I play with my dogs and show them a lot of attention already, but something just made me feel like this isn't nearly as important as like this life that I have. So like when Winnie came up and wanted to like just, wanted some attention, even though I just got done giving her attention, it was one of those things where I was like, if I should incorporate, if something distracts me, like something of importance like that, let it distract you. Like if you have like a little brother or a sister or an annoying cousin, like let those people not annoy you, but distract you. And like, don't look at those things as like a negative distraction. Always look at them as like, I'm just doing the thing. I'm feeding into like the goodness that I want there to be in the world. Like, this dog should have somebody that loves it unconditionally and will drop everything it wants for it. And my niece should have all my attention right now. So it's like, you can get so caught up in your own shit where you don't necessarily think about that. And I've noticed that when you lay down your pride and go, I know I feel like shit, I know I'm pissed off, but not today, or not now, like not now, Satan type shit. It really does like work. It really does. Like, I mean, at least in my experience, it works. Now, I'm not good at it. I'm just now, I've been working on that my whole life, but it's one of those things where I'm seeing like I said, I had some shit come up yesterday, totally rolled out of work because shit was getting crazy, left, and I was kind of into depression, like, not going to breakfast tomorrow, fuck the rest of the night, I'm cool. I'm just going to go chill and zone out. And I didn't really zone out. I went and, like, really dwelled on the thoughts and dwelled on everything. But, like, rather than, I shouldn't say dwell. I did a little bit of dwelling for a minute. But after that little brief seconds of that, it was really more of, like, okay, what do we do from now? Like, what's the move now? Because, like, that's happened. This happened, or this is the case. What's the play going forward? Because, like, I can't change the outcome of the result of what had happened, right? I can't change that, but I can change where we go next on my end, or where I should, like, So for me, it was one of those things where, like, no, fuck that. I'm going to breakfast. Like, I'm going to go to breakfast. I'm going to make sure I'm up and go to breakfast, because if I don't go to breakfast, it's like I'm feeding into the thing that just keeps the misery rolling, or keeps me getting further and further away from whatever it is I'm trying to do, which is ultimately, like, enjoy my experience of life. So
you're just letting that bad vibe win.
Yeah, exactly. And so to me, it made me think, like, oh damn, like, these little rituals really do come like a fucking knight in shining armor when you least, least expected something that. Like, this podcast is that for me too.
Yeah. And that, honestly, that's why I texted you last night, because after just sitting there talking with James and Brooksy, I was like, man, this man needs to come to breakfast, and that's why I texted you, like, hey, I think you should come to breakfast,
Yeah, facts.
Get, be around the good vibes and everything, and just kind of be you.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. Like, that's the other thing, like, I think people don't necessarily recognize is that there's a lot of people that feel like they're alone, or feel like, man, nobody understands. And that might be the case, where nobody understands. Like, I don't know what it's like to be you, right? Like, I might know what it's like to be your friend. I might know what you let me in on, right? Yeah. But I won't, still, even what you let me in on, I don't want to understand, right? What that feels like as you with your life experience. So it's like, the most I can do is support, right?
Yeah.
And provide whatever, like, effective, like, efficient solution that comes to mind, or advice that I have. But whether it would work for you or not, again, that's gonna be up to, like, how it works for you, right? Like, how things work out. So when I say all that, it's like, you can very quickly feel like, I don't have anybody, and then you realize, like, oh shit, like, I got a lot of fucking people, and I just am, right now I feel like, I'm alone, or I'm alone with. It's like, I say all this to say, it's like, you'd be surprised on how many people actually have your back. Like people that you would think, people that might only know you on a surface level, but see you every day because you work with them, or like whatever. Like, you would think that, like, oh, okay, like, that's not a friend because you don't have their phone number, but, like, they would ride for you because they might look forward to seeing you every day at work, or might look forward to, like, I don't know, just to go along with what we're talking about. Michaela, her grandfather passed away on her dad's side a couple years, like, it's crazy, it might be 2 years now, but maybe 3, but either way, it was a couple years ago that he passed away now. R.I.P. Pap. But my point is, dude, it was crazy. His funeral was, like, obviously the immediate family, like, and then the extended family, but then it was, like, all the fucking people from the grocery store, because he would go to the grocery store. Like, he was one of those people that, like, and when I say go to the grocery store, he would go to the grocery store every other day just to, like, say hi to the people that work there and shit, and walk around, maybe buy, like, one thing that he might not even need, but just to go for, he was, or he's retired, or he's not working, or whatever the case may be, and so he would just, like, keep his life dynamic by going and, saying good morning to people that...
It was his ritual.
Yeah, and he lived a real fucking happy life, just, like, having these small rituals, and then, when he eventually passed, it's like, you see how much that affected all these other people that, like, he might not have even known. Like, there was people that showed up and were like, I talked to him a little bit, but he would always, I just loved that he came in, and when so-and-so said that he passed, I felt like I had to come, pay my respects. And it's like, damn, like, it's just
inspirational.
Yeah, it bleeds. It really does bleed. And it's like, he's the type of person that it's like, there all these people that showed up at his funeral at one point or another, I'm sure, were like, I don't have anybody. There's nobody understands, nobody cares. Dude, if you would have had Pap's number, you could have hit him up, or if you fucking just told him, that's the kind of person he is. So that's what I mean, is like, there's people like that, they might be total fucking, like, surface level, like, just faces that have seen multiple times at the supermarket, and it's like, that person is like, made sure, like, they committed you to memory from the interactions, and you matter. You're a human. They matter. So
yes.
People have that. There's more people care about people than don't, and I think that gets lost very quickly. And so that was that like, when you texted me that, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, like, this is that thing that, like, when you feel like you're alone, it's like, there's some people that don't have that person texting them right then and there, so they don't know, like, that person exists, and they feel like they're alone. But it's like, at that point, you should really then reach out just in every direction. Just hit up people, like, yeah, man, I'm fucking feeling like shit today, da da da. And then the person be like, damn, man, wow, what's going on? And then you're like, yeah, it's the 1 year anniversary of my mom's passing, and then you're like, shit, dude, you're like, oh my god, like, yeah. But that's my thing, is like, this person is not the type of, like, these people are not always gonna be like, hey, can I talk to you? But they might show you in their body language, and you're the person, not you are, but just, there's people the people I'm talking to in the podcast listening, you might be the person that, like, the ball's in your court now to show people, like, what I realized last night, and what I realize all the time, what life always shows me, is that people really are good, man. We got good folks on this earth, and they really are around you. Like, there's bad ones too. There's bad ones. Yeah. But the ratio is crazy. Like, you would be surprised on how good the average fucking person really is.
There's love and kindness around every corner. They show it to you. You might not see it, but those are the ones that are waiting for you to engage them, because just them giving you that kindness, maybe them engaging you and giving you that kindness, you pay it forward.
Right. Yeah.
It's now part of you.
Right. Like, well, the paying forward thing, 100%. Like, yeah.
And that's honestly, like, that's a big thing for me. And I'm sure, you've seen it, but
100%. With you, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something, I can see somebody walking by and I'm like, he looks like he's not doing good today. And then just asking, hey man, are you okay? And that dude's like, wow, I am going through something, and he sees me going through something, and he's asking if I'm okay. Maybe that's enough to be like, yeah, man, thank you for asking.
Yeah, right? Like, that goes a long way when you just ask them. Like, sometimes a person doesn't even want to talk about it on, like, a way where, like, there are some situations that there's no therapeutic, like, okay, I'm not going to go too detailed in this, but there was a horrible accident that involved, like, a fire of a situation, like an actual fire, and somebody lost family. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you can't say anything to that person. You can't be like, oh man, like, I don't know what you're going through, but I'm here for you. Because it's like, that person's like, you can say that, right? You should say, I shouldn't say that. But there's like, you can't be like, I'm sorry for your loss. Because it's like, that doesn't cover it. Yeah. But just being like, hey, I got you. Or I love you. Or I don't know, but whatever. Whatever, I'm here. Yeah. Like that, sometimes a person just knowing that is like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely not going to say anything to you, but holy fuck, what a weight just fell off of me. Whereas, like, I know that, like, I'm not the only one carrying this, where people recognize that I'm carrying this. Yeah. Like, I'm not just shelled in my own, like, upside down. Right?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes even just being somebody's ear, like, letting them just say it. Because sometimes, a lot of times, people keep it inside, and that shit just bottles up, and at some point it's going to explode, and it's just not going to do anybody any good. And giving somebody that out to talk to somebody, to just say it out loud, maybe, that person that had those deaths in their family because of fire and stuff, I obviously don't know what that feels like, but just
I
being
don't
there,
either, for the record.
giving the ear, and just allowing them to let their emotions go. I'm empathic, so obviously if they start fucking breaking down, most likely I'm gonna start breaking down. But that's just kind of like what I seek out, like, and I'm going back to it. I'm also that person that's like, man, I have people that care, but to me, I don't feel like I have anybody, which isn't true.
Right. No, yeah.
And
but it's inevitable that you're gonna feel that way in those moments, right? Like, I don't know how a person. I don't know. I don't have the answers, and maybe there's a therapist that does, but I don't know. That just is part of the human experience. I think just loneliness and feeling like, oh my God, nobody. Like, nobody is me, so no one understands. That's a fact. But then the other is like, there's nobody that is right alongside me living all of this to see me suffering through this, or at least I don't know that they see me, because I don't think they're seeing me, because I'm living through my zoomed in experience, right?
Yeah, and I also think that thinking is also like that because during that moment, I'm not like reaching out to somebody being like, hey man, like, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't have nobody because I'm not allowing myself to have somebody there for me.
Yeah, you're not giving them the opportunity to be there for you necessarily.
You're not going to be like, oh shit, Richard, I got to call Richard. You can't.
Well,
can't
dude, there's the double-edged. It's like a double-edged sword too, though, where it's like people, like, that's why I mean, like, this is just part of the human experience, and I'm not really sure this conversation even necessarily is going anywhere. It's just a conversation, but it's one of those things where I think often, like, you might not necessarily want to spread you might feel like your burden is like, okay, if I tell someone or if I talk to someone, I'm just putting my misery onto them.
No.
And I'm not saying you feel that way. I'm saying I know I feel that way sometimes, where I'll be like, damn, I'm mad, I'm upset about this thing, and I want to talk to somebody about it, but I feel like if I'm so angry about it, I might just like... And then this is the thing, if you have a friend... I'm just going to use my example as me, because this is my experience. But like, there's been multiple times where I've had stuff that I wanted to talk to you about, but I know that you're empathic, and I know that some of it will manifest differently in you because you care about me so much. And you're a person that has a big heart, where like if I'm really down about something, and like, you'll do your best to give me the best, positive reinforced answer. But if that doesn't cheer me up, you're almost like, damn, I'm really feeling down. Then you start to feel down, and then I'm like, damn, I just put you down and you were having a good day. And it's like, sometimes, I'm not saying that's your fault. I'm saying that inherently, I've found that it's just better to, like, even if you have a friend that's empathic and you're worried that you're going to be putting your pressure on them, it's like they don't feel that way. Yeah. You might perceive it as that, like it might change their mood, but it's all from a place, like, it was like you said the one day, you were like, hey, I hope I didn't overstep any boundaries, but I mentioned, like, I didn't say anything specific, but I just said that there was some stuff going on outside of here. For everybody that doesn't know, is my boss, our boss. Yeah. And so he just was like letting the boss know, because he's my friend outside of work. He was letting the boss know, like, hey, just so you know, like, there's some stuff going on, just so you know. Yeah. And it was one of those things where the average person, and I'm the average person, the first thing a person does is feel like, oh my God, like, you crossed the line. Why'd you go? Why are you going? Like, I didn't ask you to do that. Blah 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 blah. And you have to sometimes recognize that there are people that are control freaks and want to be involved in every single situation and want to manipulate things and just have stake in shit and love drama. Yep. And then there's people, and I like to think that the ratio is there's more of these people than there's not. So I'm an optimist with this, but then there's people like him who it's like they wholeheartedly, with all intents and purposes, are operating off of goodwill and like good faith in this thing. So if they say like, hey, I'm not trying to I don't want to upset you. I didn't mean to, if this, upset you, I'm really sorry. But, I did this because I care about you and I was worried. And they don't necessarily, might not say all those things that way, but it's like you have to oversee your pride as a person that's like, oh, I didn't. And you have to recognize that, like, it's because you're not going to ask. You're not going to. And this person might recognize that. This person might know, like, well, you're not going to say anything. You're not going to go out of your way to say something. Or maybe you will, but you might wait till it's too late. It's like, I can recognize that pattern for you as your friend, and I see it from a different perspective because I'm not you. And so I'm going to do this. I'm going to do you a favor because I genuinely care, and I don't want this thing or whatever. I don't want it to get away from you if I have any say in this day, because I care about you. And there's people like that. And that's what that moment was for me, where I was like, I even messaged you back. I was like, I don't know how I exactly worded it, but I basically said, like, this is good. Like, this is a good thing. Like, I really appreciate it.
You said, I would never see this as a bad thing. This is only coming from a place of love. So.
And that's what I had to say that out loud, though, because there was, like, I'm human. So I have that weak moment where I'm like, dude, why? Like, literally the first thing I said when I read it, I was like, oh. But then, very quickly, and I mean, like, less than a full second, like, I mean, within nanoseconds of a full second, I'm not exaggerating here, I was like, oh, yeah. It's like, just a weak thought, that's your best friend looking out for you. Which one are you going to be mad at? Like, are you going to be mad that your best friend's looking out for you? Come on, are we going to be mad about it? And that's where I go. It's like, no. Like, you are fucking lucky you got a friend that is, like, willing to stick his neck out and risk a friendship over caring about you. Like, you're lucky to have somebody that's, like, not sure that this might be the thing that you'd be like, fuck you, I'm done being your friend. And it's like, he was willing to take that risk because he cares. It's like, that's a fucking ride or die. There's a lot of people like that. And I like that. And so I say all this to say, it's like, there's a weird dance that people do with mental health and boundaries and relationships where, like, you don't want to do the wrong thing because you don't want to make somebody's situation worse, and then the person going through that situation, they don't necessarily know how to talk, or they don't know how to communicate things across, so then you might not know that they're going through something. So there's just weird, like, chaotic mess of a thing happens. But it's like, if you got two good people, one of them could be going through it, both of them could be going through it, as long as your intentions are pure. It's like, you always have to, like, remember that's the line in the sand. Yeah. And it's like, as long as you default to that, it's like, there's nothing that can really get in the way. Like, no thing that, like, I mean, obviously there's fucking, if you fucking hauled off and stole something, or, there's obviously lines in the sand that you could cross, and you're like, okay, this is, we can't move on from this point. But overall, it's like, if you're operating off of goodwill, it's like, you're never going to cross those lines. And then, having said that, it's like, again, people, in the example that I gave, in my position in that example, it's like, I needed that. I needed, like, somebody to look out when I wasn't necessarily looking out for myself. Yeah. Because I'm too in my shit. And then it's like, with the podcast too, like, Michaela sometimes will be like, just don't overdo it. Like, and when she doesn't mean about recording and all that, she just means, like, I'm sitting there editing or watching something download or whatever, and she's just like,
don't work yourself to
death. Don't overdo it. Like, keep a balance in it. And I'm one of those people, like, I need somebody to remind me, because I will 100% overdo it. And so people in my position, often more than not, I know just from my experience personally, and, like, friends that I know that have similar, I won't say the same, but similar issues where they don't know how to talk, they don't know how to reach out, they don't know how to, like, say I need help to a homie, somebody that, like, a resource that's within reach, right?
Me.
Right. So it's like, I know people that feel that way, and it's like, I have all this conversation to say, like, in the long roundabout of it, just make sure that, one, you're checking in on your strong friends, like the friends that will take care of everybody else, like people like the bass over here. You gotta I gotta check in on him, make sure he's straight. I'll ask him almost every other day if he ever seems. I'll be like, you good? I'll be like, yeah. And then I'll be like, are you? He'll be like, yeah. And then I'll be like, are you? And then he'll be like, all right, I'm here.
All right.
And then, but that's the dance. And then he'll do the same thing to me. You good, bro? I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. And then he'll know I'm not. And he doesn't usually go, you sure? He'll literally go, hey, man, like, you seem a little off. Like he just automatically will tell me. He'll go, are you okay? And then the next thing is, you're off, bro. Like, he knows. So it's like, sometimes people are wrong. Sometimes you just were sleepy, or sometimes you were staring off in space and you got a stank look, and then but more often than not, they're giving you the opportunity to say, yeah, like, yo, like, because it's all forms of, I'm here.
Yeah.
If you need anything, bro, I'm here. You know this, but I have to say it to you just so you know, because right now you might not be thinking that.
So, great thing I heard in a podcast literally this morning. In this talk that they were having, essentially, it's the Theo Von podcast, because I love Theo Von.
Yeah, shout out. If you're listening to a podcast and you're going to mention it, and this is for any other future guests, like, or viewers, definitely going to try to give out, if we know, going to give out the sources, just because we are big fans of this shit, as you can tell. So
this past weekend, baby.
Shout out this past weekend with Theo Von. He's a GOAT. You should check it if you don't know about it.
But he had a musician on there, and he was talking about his people and how he lost one of his best friends, and he would have never have known that this friend was going through something, because this friend is always that person that makes you laugh, always jokes, always checks in on you. But he was like, at some point, he called me and was like, hey, man, I don't think I can do this anymore. And he's like, I took a flight down to Florida, and that's when I found out he killed himself. But he's like,
Jesus.
you always want to check in on those people.
Kevin Gates podcast?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
You always want to check it in on those that make you laugh, that care, that show you the love, because maybe they're going through something.
They're suffering the most sometimes. Yeah. There's something to be said for that, right? Like the Robin Williams of the world. Like they say, like the average comedian will say, like, we're tormented or whatever.
So crazy thing about that is, I seen he did an interview with another like comedian actor. That is
Brody Stevens, R.I.P.
Oh, yeah. So he was talking about how you can be happy and people perceive you as this great comic, but like he's lost. Like it can look like he's happy, but in his world, he doesn't know where he needs to be, what he needs to do. There's something in his life that's off, and he just doesn't know what it is, and he feels incomplete. And I was like, that's crazy that he talked about this, did an interview or like whatever they were doing, talked about it, and then we were just like, oh, okay. And then we find out Robin Williams committed suicide, and his wife was like, yeah, he's been not so happy.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? This is one of the biggest comedians that makes everybody laugh. He goes out of his way to make you feel a certain way. And
R.I.P. Robin Williams, by the way.
It's crazy how that works sometimes.
Dude, that is one of those things where I identify with not all of that as a person, but as a creative and as a person that struggles mentally in life and fucking just always chemically imbalanced probably. But my point is like, as a person that's fucking had problems in life and struggles, I've found, because it's, my girl had, like, my queen has told me this multiple times. My mom has told me this. But they say, like, when you have, right, like, I'm one of those people, like, I operate kind of on the extremes of the end. It's very hard to catch me in the middle. It's very hard to find me on, like, a baseline. I'm either fucking way up or I'm way down. It's, like, real hard to find me in the middle anyway. So my mom always told me, and Michaela has always told me, kind of like, I I always try to be, you know, because I'm so either this or that. I always am trying. Obviously, I want to be. You know, every person wants to feel good. Everybody wants to be in a good mood. So nobody wants to feel down. So there have been multiple times where I've been around people, family, friends, and not just like people that like. You should always be yourself, no matter what, no matter who you're around. You should always be yourself. And if they don't accept you, you know, with a respectable standard, of course. And what I mean by that is just don't be disrespecting anybody, but be yourself. Because what I've found is if you're not accepted as yourself, then like they're just not your people. It's simple as that. Simple as that. It's not that they're bad people. It's not meant to be. It's just not meant to be, exactly. But the point that I'm making and they have made, and I struggle with this even today. I'm not perfect. I'm human. But it's like, you don't have to project anything. Like, you don't have to be a version. You don't have to be the version you think they want you to be. Just be yourself. So, like, because what'll happen is if you be the version you think they want you to be, that's what they expect of you.
Yeah.
So if you're always hype, happy-go-lucky, always, as even on the days that you're not, because for me, one of the things is, like, I struggle with the, like, put your best foot forward, be a glass half full person, things are going to look up. But sometimes I'll do that to the fault of, like, where I'll ignorantly say it, and I'll do it out of, like, blind faith, which you want to have that, but also sometimes you can do that and it'll be it'll disassociate you from, like, the thing that you might be struggling with, to whereas that you won't actually get through it. And what I mean by that is, like, if I'm trying too hard to be like, I have all these feelings that are negative and I don't want to lean into them because I'm upset, and that's just making it worse. I just should smile through it. Not necessarily push it down, but, like, if I do enough good, it'll just go away. It doesn't work like that.
No.
And so, to me, like, I've found that I'll try that because I'll be around people that I don't necessarily think I can be vulnerable with, or I don't necessarily want to see me. I don't want them to see me not super happy because that's all they know me as. To whereas though when I am finally hit that point where I'm just having a day and they do see me like that, they're like, you know, like, what's wrong? And it's almost like they think like the whole fucking world's upside down because they're like, and then they don't. It's like, oh shit, like you portrayed this thing. So whereas though now they're like, if you're sad for 3 or 4 days in a row that they saw you, they're like, oh my God, everything's falling apart. But it's like, well, maybe you should have been honest about things earlier on, because then they wouldn't have this idea of you that is not necessarily accurate. Yeah. They would know that, like, oh, you're a person that goes through ups and downs. And so, like...
Oh, you're a human?
But, well, just like, oh, you're a human that, oh, you have the extreme. You're like one of those humans that, like, oh, you're... So now I know that, like, oh, you're just having... This is like a low day for you. Yeah. So now I'm not... I don't take personal stake, like, oh, is it the food I made? Did I say something wrong to him? Like, because these are all people that are my people. They care, right? Oh, they're not like, what's his problem? It's like, they care. So they're like, oh my gosh. And it's one of those things where you'll get so caught up in trying to do the thing that you're like, do they not think I'm a human? You know what I mean? And then, because it's the pride thing. Yeah. And so you go through this cycle of battling, and it's like, if you were to just been yourself, like this is what my mom says, you're always on these extremes, so you're always trying to be super happy, and so it's like, you just need to be up front, like, you're having a low day, blah, 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 blah. You're low, and it's just, you know, you don't know why, or, you know, you have depression, or whatever the case may be. But she always said, just be honest about it, and that was one of, like, my struggles, and, you know, I'm human, like I said. I still struggle with that because, again, like, you do that dance where you're like, I don't want to fucking make my boy miserable, but I need to oversee that, like I oversaw when you looked out for me. It's like, it's just, there's a thing that you gotta, as a person that needs the help, you gotta just fight for, because everybody else will fight with you. As long as you're fighting, they'll fight with you or fight for you or whatever. But you have to be fighting. And if you're not fighting, it's like, well, then eventually they're gonna, you know, not know what to do, right? Because, like, there's only so much that they can do. If there's only so much that they can ask, and if you're not giving them anything, there's only so much that they can give you back.
The more you just kind of cut them off of trying to help you, then they're not, at some point, they're either going to stop probably asking, or, like, Maybe I just can't.
I did all I did. Yeah, I did all I could. And it's like, that's the truth. So I say all this to say I encourage people to just both check in on your folks, but also folks that need checked in on. If you feel like you're not being checked on and you feel like you're alone, like they say, call that. If you feel like you're gonna go, if you have a suicidal thoughts, call this number. This is the number for all other things. Anybody in your phone that you trust even a little bit, that is a good number to go to.
Yeah, you should
straight up, like just a little trust, and when I say a little trust, I'm saying like if you left $100 at their crib, but weren't sure that you left it, and they knew that you weren't sure, and you didn't even think that you left it there, and they totally could take it, but they're like, yo, you left the 100 here. Just stop looking. Like, don't look anywhere else. I thought it was my mom's, and they genuinely did. They asked their mom, and I was like, no, it's not me, and they're like, who was over? And then they go through the 20 people that were over, and then they finally got to you, and this is finally by the time where they hear that, you made a post or something. My point is like, that. If you have that, or if you have somebody that's like, damn, like, I fucking needed a ride one time and I hit so-and-so up and they actually fucking had my back and pulled up on me. Like, hit that person up. Hit them up because, like, straight up, they got your back. And, like, if you don't have family that has your back or friends that have your back, you have the opposite. Like, and if you're truly alone, if you're watching this podcast, bro, DM the fucking channel. Like, straight up.
For real.
That's because either I, him, and fucking one of the other viewers, like, that's the other thing, like, I'm finding, like, if you do your thing and your thing is positive and you enjoy it and you believe in it, other people will believe in that thing. And other people just inherently will be positive around that thing. Now, you're going to have the people that are, like, shitting on it and whatever, but the point is, like, it just takes, like, at breakfast today, one of the people that watched the podcast, like, somebody that didn't know we made a podcast that was at breakfast, was just like, he's a really good spokesman. He's been talking about your podcast, blah, 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 to everybody. He tells everybody about it. And I was just like, oh, that's, like, one, really cool and humbling. And I love you for that. Shout out Brooksy. But also, it's one of those things where it's like, he would 100% be there for if you needed him. And he's just somebody that watches it. So this is my point, is like, that's how the world works. Like, similar minds find each other. Like minds think alike, or whatever the case. Well, I don't know. I just said whatever. The point is if you need somebody, I'm somebody that needs somebody. And that's one of the reasons the good weather exists. That's one of the reasons this podcast exists, is because I think about things. This is one of my best friends. The other guy that helps makes all this shit happen and come to life, he's my best friend. So it's like, It's one of those things where you look at life and it's just like, oh, it's like life is what you make it, but also it's the people that make it. And you have people. Yeah. We're here. I exist. If you're watching this podcast, he exists. The podcast exists. And I got good people that care and will take the time and give you time. Like I said, if you don't have family or friends, or if you don't want to go to them and you just want to fucking hit us up and try to, like, fucking finesse your way into talking to us because you think we're celebrities or something, that's cool too. But point is we're here too. At least I am, and I can speak for the one that's not here, and he can speak for himself. But
I'm there.
So this is my point.
I'm in those comments.
And, like, so, again, try to create rituals for yourself and incorporate your community in those rituals. The people that want to be a part of it, obviously, don't force anybody. Don't fucking push somebody too far. Sometimes you have to be like, bro, you should really come. That's okay. But don't fucking... And if you want to be that guy every week that's like, yeah, just so you know, we're going to breakfast today. You can come through. Or just so you know, we're going to do this thing. And they're like, bro, you ask me every fucking week. Don't be that guy. Be the guy that's like, okay, thanks, I appreciate the offer. And then one of those days, just take it up. If it's something that you align with. Obviously, if they're like, yeah, dude, we're going to fucking butt fuck a bunch of fucking goats this weekend. You guys interested in you ever fucked a goat? That's one of those things where you don't go yes to that. No matter how many times they ask you.
Doesn't hurt to try. No, I'm just kidding.
Look.
All jokes aside.
There's a reason greatest of all time is GOAT.
All right.
Let me stop. I've never fucked an animal. I've never even considered fucking an animal. Now, well,
let's veer out of that.
Shawty is the GOAT though. Why? Let me stop. No, but listen. If you get that invite, you can say no to that one. Don't be the yes man, but be the yes man.
Be the I don't know man.
Yeah, but don't be the fuck man. You asked me fucking 30 times. Don't be that guy. That's all I'm saying. Don't be that guy. That's what I should have just stopped there. Sorry for those. Sorry, no animals were harmed in this discussion.
Yeah, or in the long run.
I mean, people probably have fucked goats. There's probably a goat right now getting it from a dude.
Well,
I'm just saying that's probably happening.
I don't know.
It just has nothing to do with this podcast. I promise you, nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with Good Weather Productions. That's not alleged. That's a fact. So, but yeah, veering off of the goats. Yeah. Michael Jordan. Speaking of Michael Jordan, bro, did you see that he total like that was actually a good pass? Because I just read in an article yesterday or the day before that he's gonna be a fucking sports analyst.
What?
Bro? MJ.
For
the guy.
So is he doing it like
no,
for the
not,
NBA? Or?
Yeah, hold on, cuz. So you know how they have, who is it? It's Shaq, Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith. Like, it's not. It's like Michael Jordan is one of them now. Hold on.
No way,
dude. Yeah, hold on.
They're putting Michael into that cast.
Dude, hold on. No, not into that because they broke that whole thing up. That whole thing is done.
No.
Yeah, TNT Sports. Yeah, that just ended.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's.
I love Shaq, Kenny, and
oh my god,
and
bro.
Barkley. And the way they interact with each other.
Michael Jordan.
All right.
News. Just do news. But look, like, that's what I'm saying. Look, fucking Michael Jordan making headlines with his role as a special contributor for NBC Sports NBA coverage on NBC and Peacock.
Damn.
The move coincides with the NBA's return to NBC and Peacock this fall as part of a new 11-year agreement. Additionally, Jordan's son recently shared that he reached out to his parents after a near relapse, highlighting the importance of family support. I don't know why that's in there.
What?
Well, yeah, because Michael Jordan's son got caught up in some shit, driving fucked and drunk and high on cocaine on a railroad track. Literally, the cops pull up, bro. The video is crazy. The cops pull up, and they, like, walk over, and his car is, like it's like, you know how when you come to a railroad crossing, they have the things that come down?
Yeah.
When they come down, you stop. And then when they go up, you do what?
Go.
Which way?
Straight.
Okay. Either side, right?
Yeah.
All right. What don't you do? You don't make a right or a left.
Hey.
This motherfucker made a hard right and was like, we're going to drive down we're going to go XXX and drive down the fucking thing and pop the tires and be like, now we got a train car. And it's like a Lamborghini truck or some shit.
Oh, no.
Dude, yeah. And then the cops got him outside the car and he's like, I'm Michael Jordan's son. I'm not even drunk, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good, man.
No.
Like, come on. Yeah, it was bad. So that's what that was about. But I have no idea why that has anything to do with him being on NBC. But yeah, Michael Jordan will be part of the broadcast team, though his exact role and schedule are still being defined. Point is MJ is a part of the fucking dog. Like, that's actually big news. That's like,
honestly, I thought he would have turned either into like a coach or a team owner.
So he was a team owner.
He was?
Yeah, there used to be the Charlotte Bobcats is who they were called.
Oh.
He owned, if I remember correctly, he started that team.
Crazy.
And then he owned the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I believe. Actually, now I should check because I know he owned the Bobcats, and I thought he owned the Hornets teams, but he also owns a NASCAR racing team.
What?
What?
No, I did not know that.
Michael Jordan has a Michael Jordan. There's an NB. There's a Jordan shoes called like a car with the shoes all over, like driving in NASCAR. Hold up,
That's crazy.
teams he's owned. Look. Michael Jordan currently has a minority ownership in the Charlotte Hornets. He previously owned majority stake in the team. He purchased in 2010 when it was known as the Charlotte Bobcats. Okay, so he didn't start them, but look, he co-owns 23 racing NASCAR team. Now look at this. Look at this. Michael Jordan's fucking NASCAR. Bro, homie's he's doing the tour he's like the Snoop Dogg of the sports world.
Well, yeah, I knew he was in the golfing,
NASCAR.
but I didn't know he...
Yeah, 23 racing. They got a whole website, dude. Meet our drivers, bro. Shout out 23 racing. Look, there's the fucking 45. Where did they have the cars?
He has Wallace?
Yeah, Bubba Wallace. Yeah.
McDonald's.
Hold on. I want you to see the car. Because he's got like a Jordan car. Like, it looks like a shoe. It looks like it's got like a sneaker design on it. Yeah, there it is.
What?
Yeah. Let's pull that bad boy up. Look at that fucking thing. Look at that fucking thing.
That's pretty cool.
With the elephant print, and then the fucking the tag. Like, this is supposed to be like the fucking tongue. Like when you're on the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And he has...
And then 45, obviously, that was his number.
McDonald's, a monster.
Michael Jordan rocked the 45.
Yeah, at 45-23,
Yep.
which is Wallace.
But yeah, Michael Jordan's got a race team he co-owns. And he's serious about it. Only reason I knew that, one was because I saw it in NASCAR because I watch it from time to time. But the other reason that I knew that, and like more reason I have more knowledge on it,
Yeah.
is because Bert Kreischer is big in NASCAR now. He doesn't own a team or anything like that, but NASCAR and him did a partnership where he was like doing like stand up and doing like events and barbecues and hosting his Birdcast and cooking.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty in dope. The middle of like the
NASCAR.
Yeah, where oval. In the oval. So he was doing that, and he was telling a story on his podcast, the Birdcast, which again, shout out Bert Kreischer and the Birdcast, another podcast that I watch, and I think you watch some.
Yeah.
So it's a good podcast. If you like Bert Kreischer, if you can't stand him, definitely don't watch that podcast because it's a lot of him. But yeah, but he was talking about how Michael Jordan is just like so dominant at everything he does, and that was one of the. Because he had Bush on. What's his name? Kyle Busch. He had Kyle Busch on.
Okay.
And Kyle Busch was talking about, like, people that he's super inspired by and, like, celebrities that he's just been shocked to be around. And he said the only one ever was, like, Michael Jordan because it's the GOAT. It's Michael Jordan. So, yeah. It's the GOAT. Sort of. I only say that because it's getting controversial now, man. Like for a while, it was
LeBron.
Dude, it has been fair. It has been fair in the way where like Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You could say that, and nobody could argue. People be like Kobe, like, really? People be like Magic Johnson, be like, really? And then you'd be like, no, Michael Jordan, and then you go Michael Jordan, and everybody be like. The other 90 people listening, they'd be like, who's the GOAT, bro? Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan? Everybody be like, Mike, bro. Mike, what the fuck you talking about, Mike? Then you have one person like, I mean, man, you'd be like, shut the fuck up. So this is my point. It's like, Michael Jordan was the GOAT, definitively. Now you say that, bro, it really is it's an argument. It's an argument. And so this is why I say, he's the GOAT of his generation. And when I say his generation, I don't mean like people Michael Jordan's age. I'm saying the whole world that grew up with Michael in their life, from basketball to just being dominant on the other end, outside of basketball, him being a global phenomenon, the way Mike Tyson was a global phenomenon, not just a boxer, the way Muhammad Ali was a global phenomenon, like these characters that are just phenomenons. They're all GOATs.
Yeah. Oh, Cal Ripken Jr.
But when you start to make the argument of like, let's fight the GOATs then and see who's the definite GOAT. If you make these arguments, for the longest time, whoever you matched up with Jordan would end up winning. This is the first time where I'm like, the kid's got a point. The guy's got a point. He got a point. He got a point. I can't fucking throw everything out. The baby in the bathwater. It doesn't all go. I don't know. Like, so that's why I pause, because there's going to be people that might be watching this that might not necessarily think Jordan's the GOAT or might not necessarily think LeBron's the GOAT. And I don't want to piss either one of y'all off because I love y'all. Shout out Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. Kobe gets a shout out every fucking podcast. Yep, the old Mamba. The Mamba Damba. The Mamba Damba. That mentality, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, bro, I meant to ask you, having talked sports for a little bit, are you gonna get the new 2K when it drops? For everybody that doesn't know, we're talking about NBA 2K26. It's a video game. Chances are, if you're watching this podcast, you know what it is, so I'm not going to explain any further than that. Basketball.
Yeah, if there are people that I know that...
Look, I'm getting it 100%. I already got it. It just has to come out now. But, like, it sounds like Chef is on that shit now. Because, like, right now, on that shit, he said he's top 100. Shout out Chef.
That's crazy.
Yeah, on Proving Grounds, I think he said. Crazy, bro.
No, yeah. I always enjoyed...
70% overage for threes? That's outrageous.
Online.
It's outrageous. That's outrageous.
No, yeah. So, I loved playing NHL with the boys. So if I have somebody that is that likes to do it, who isn't gonna give up 2 seconds in the playing pro-am or whatever the hell we're gonna do, then yeah, I'll definitely...
Look, bro, I'm down to go fucking 0-31 and then come back like the Pistons for the season 2. I'm ready for it. Like, I got that in me. I'm a Pistons fan, nigga.
It's all about the adventure
fucking
that you have every game.
So the answer is yes, you're getting 2K.
Yeah.
The long answer.
Yeah. Answer is I will probably most definitely get it.
Oh, yeah. You should have already gotten it, but you should get it. Having said that, almost every time 2K comes out, everybody shits on it. No matter, even if it's a good one. They all get shit on. Every single time it comes out, people are like, oh, 2K14 was so much better. And then, like, when 2K15 comes out, people are like, 2K14 was the best one, or 2K12 was the best one. Yeah. And then 2K16 comes out, and then they're like, dude, 2K15 was the best one. And you're like, you just fucking said when 2K15 was out that it was 12 and 13 and 14. What the fuck are you talking about? And now that 26 came out, now 25 is the best?
I noticed with 2K, like, the thing that they do is they really focus on certain aspects of the next generation of game coming out. So, I played 2K23, and I played into 2K24. So, the thing with 2K24 is they were really pushing the technology of the simulation of how you do these moves.
Oh, I did not like this one. Yeah. I did not like this one.
Yeah, 24 had the new, like,
I didn't like
the
that
new
one.
technology going into how...
Oh, 24 was good. 24 was good.
So this is the one where they're like,
24
we're
was
changing
crazy,
how
actually.
you move on the court.
Yeah, 24 was crazy. The graphics on 24 were actually crazy.
And that, they kind of do that. And then people are like, well, we want a new story mode and stuff like that.
So
and that's where the hate.
You're right.
I noticed that because I'm like, okay, with sports games, a lot of times they'll be like
they perfect the actual sport.
Yes,
and then they're like, well, what do we do now?
They lay the groundwork so they can be like, okay, well, now let's do a really cool, unique story with LeBron.
Then they'll change a mechanic when they do that.
Yes.
And then everybody's like, but you already had it fine.
This game plays like blah, blah, blah. But the story mode is great, but the mechanics aren't great.
They never give you the full thing anymore because it's so much more than just a sports game. You're so right.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Honestly, it's probably
They really are making, like, you are getting, holy shit, Rich, I just thought about this. When the fuck did that start? Because it used to just be, like, my team.
So,
right? So when did they start going, Call of Duty has a story game, and nobody plays this, like, there's people that don't even play that, they just play the online shit.
So,
they were like, at the same time, it's like, our thing has only ever been like local or online multiplayer. Like,
I can't remember.
Why don't we make a story? And you're like, because it's a fucking hockey game.
But
then you do it, and then you're like, this is dope as
pretty
fuck.
fucking dope. Yeah,
and
it works on your like online character. So you're building stat. Well, that's the way 2K did it. But I think
was it live? Which one started with like, here you go, you're gonna focus in on this aspect of the game?
So, I think it was Madden that was the first one to start like
Madden Super
Here's
Teams?
your career path, type thing. Like here,
was it My Team, Madden, or My Career? What was it called?
Franchise mode.
Franchise mode. That's what it was. Yep, franchise mode. Exactly.
Yeah, and then
you would make a team. Or you would get a team and you would draft people, and then you would play, and then acquire people and just keep playing seasons.
Yeah, I think they even got to a point to where it's like you play as this player, like this player who's doing fantastic now, and it's like, well, this is their like story into this. But I think Madden's the one that originally started the idea, and then it just kind of evolved into like, well. 2K picked it up and was like, well, how can we integrate it into where it has longevity? Let's put it with your My Player. Because you're working on your stats for your own, to do park or to do the Pro-Am with your boys or just random Pro-Ams, or just sitting in the park all day, bodying people on 2s or 3s, But no, yeah. I think Rodney, who's like the
Rodney 2K.
Yep, who's that man? I think when they got the career mode into like a certain slot, they were like, all right, let's just keep the career mode kind of like the same. Now let's work on technology to better simulate like on the court plays and how players move and react to certain stuff with the AI and make it as near to the NBA as possible.
This is the question that I just asked. I said, when and what was the first sports game to incorporate a story mode? And it says 2017, the year of story-driven sports video games. Now, obviously, this is not the first year, but it did say...
Please, Madden.
It did mention... NBA 2K has offered a story mode since 2013. EA Sports FIFA series joined the kind of ongoing commitment with FIFA 18's second chapter of the journey.
It was 2K, huh?
And Madden NFL Team made its narrative mode debut with Long Shot. These three have satisfied sports video games into, or stratified sports video games into the big ones, and the rest, the big ones have the budget, the actors, and the dedicated writing to deliver a true story mode. The rest may manage big-name licenses like MLB The Show, Pro Evolution Soccer, NHL, but there will be the lingering question of why they can't or don't do the same thing.
Which now they all do the same thing.
Yeah. let's see, just a quick, I just wanted to see when the first one was, if it said anything on here. But it doesn't look like it. Okay, here we go. The kind of cinematic fulfillment largely happened by serendipity in the past. In MLB 14, the show, I developed a lifelong friend and rival in Ronald Rubio, a fictitious player who came to the league at the same time I did. Okay, here we go. And I vividly recall getting a phone call from a friend playing NCAA football 2002 on PlayStation 2. He was despondent that Rocky Doss, yes, I remember the name, the All-American linebacker on his Air Force dynasty, had torn his knee up and ended his career. Dude, you just reload the save, I said. No, my friend said, as serious as if he was in a post-game news conference. We're pushing on and we're going to dedicate the season to him. He said, sports narratives and video games work because they force a player to accept a setback at some point. In standard career modes, it's still very hard for me to take a loss, a poor individual performance, or an injury without canceling the result and trying again. Bro, I do that. Dude, every once in a while on 2K. So, okay, this is funny. Recently, I'm a diehard Pistons fan, Detroit, and recently there's a lot of controversy with who was one of my favorite players for them of the last couple seasons, Malik Beasley.
Ooh.
He was going crazy, Threesley. He was saving games, dropping threesleys, going dumb, and that's 3-pointers for those who don't know. He's a great 3-point shooter, but it turns out this man was rigging his games, and what I mean by that is he would say. Like, he would average 1-3 a game. Meaning he would go a whole game and he would shoot 5 threes and he would make sure that only one went in. And some of you might be asking, like, how did he make sure only one went in? Well, when you are NBA level precise, like, you have that precision at an NBA level, like, fucking, you can... Like, dude, these guys do all kinds of crazy shit in their spare time when it comes to training with tennis balls and light reactions. These guys are they're good at their fucking job. They get paid hundreds of millions of dollars to play basketball. Promise you they're good at it. So when you have a guy that goes one whole season just making 1 3, you can almost bet that, like, he's not going to hit 2 threes in most games. So he would do this thing where he would, just for example, this isn't the exact thing, but he would do, like, this thing, allegedly, where he would be like, he would play 5 or 6 games in a row, and he would only make 2 threes in the game. So people would go, like, the casinos and sports betting online, they would line up in droves and set the lines, you know, before a game. Detroit's playing tonight against Charlotte, the Hornets, and Malik Beasley, his over/under 2 threes, 2.5 threes. Is he gonna? It might be plus 200 that he goes over. It might be minus 170 that he goes under. That just means that he doesn't shoot anything more than 2 threes. If he shoots 3 threes, that's the over. If he shoots 2 threes, that's the under. If he shoots 1 3, that's the under. If he shoots 4 threes, that's the over. So anytime it's a minus, that means it's more likely to happen. So because he has gone all these games only hitting 1 3, the likelihood of him hitting an over is very unlikely. So what he would do is he would do it the opposite way. He would go games where he's hitting 3 threes a game every single game.
Yeah.
And then, because that's where you baseline is you start at the highest thing, the thing you can consistently do the most. And then you go down. So everybody goes, oh, he's going to hit 3 threes. He's going to hit 3 threes. He's going to hit 3 threes. So you put the money that he hits 3 threes. And then he tells all his friends, and he'll lay bets online. He'll go and bet on the game himself. Right before the game's about to start, he'll put $200,000 for Malik Beasley, and he'll bet off of, like, if it were me and I was in the NBA and I knew I was not going to shoot, I knew I wasn't going to make all 3 threes, and everybody else knows I'm going to make all 3 threes because that's what I do, and I know I'm not going to. I'm going to lay $200,000, and I'm going to do it on Richard's phone, and I'm going to get on this phone and say, $200,000 that Malik Beasley only hits 2 threes a night. And that's going to be like a plus 300 because every night I've hit 5 threes. Yeah. And so when I go on and everybody else put me to hit 4 threes or 5 threes, they all lost money, and I went stupid. I just hit the jackpot. Turns out Malik Beasley has been doing that. And if you watch his games, there are games where he has 100% thrown the game. And what I mean by that is he will miss guaranteed open shots, game winner shots on purpose. You can see it because every other time he gets that opportunity, he'll hit it. And then right when something big is on it, he'll throw it away. And then like they caught him doing this by betting. They caught his bets. They like traced it back to him. And they found out that he has a bunch of money that he owes out to people and all this stuff. It's not looking good. He's been banned from the NBA indefinitely.
Damn.
Yeah. So I say all that to say, in a long-winded way, in 2K, when I play that shit, all the way up until this Malik Beasley news broke, man, every time that man got injured in 2K, I didn't give a fuck how far up we were in the game. I turned it off. I didn't save and quit. I turned the system off because I did not want to lose Beasley for the fucking season. Dude, I promise you, just a couple of days ago, that shit happened. I think he, like, broke his hip or he dislocated his hip or something in the game. And I was like, good riddance. I tried to trade him, but it wouldn't. It was like, good riddance. Good riddance. I don't give a fuck if we lose every game going forward. Good riddance. So now he's finally on my IR, and I put his minutes down all the way to 0. He's never playing for us again. Fuck you.
Damn.
And the horse you rode in on. I respect that you, like, you know, we all have. That was harsh. I'm sorry. Sorry. You hurt my fucking team, bro. You threw away the fucking... we could have beat the Knicks, all right? So what I'm really trying to say is shout out the Knicks for a great series. Fuck y'all refs that rigged that shit. And Malik Beasley, above anybody else, you know what the fuck's up. You will never play on my 2K team. Ever again. And when 2K26 comes out, I can't wait. You know why? Because guess who's not going to be in that shit?
He's not even on the roster.
Guess who's not going to be in that shit? Mm-hmm. It ain't LeBron because he retired.
Oh, you know, I actually heard that my career is centered around Malik Beasley.
Well,
he's your mentor.
Do you know how to get refunds on the John? Because we can do that.
Could you imagine,
bro? They would. If they were like, this is the way you pay back your debt to the NBA, and the illegitimacy of it is you have to be. We have to scan you in, and you have to be like a crying kid or a guy getting arrested at the game for disrupting. We're making a real life experience, and you know how there's people that are drunk at games or people that get dehydrated and pass out. You got to be that guy in all those scenarios. He's like, oh yeah, for sure. And then the game comes out, and I'm getting real far into this, but I don't care. Fuck you. The game comes out, everybody plays it, and then somebody's like with the hard version of the hardback version, the disc version. He's like, oh dude, I heard a rumor that like they did all kinds of crazy shit to Malik Beasley in like the software of the game. You just have to put it in the computer, and then you can unlock all the files and shit. And then you put the game into the computer like you did with GTA San Andreas before they knew that this was a thing. And then, dude, there's just all kinds of fucking crazy torture scenes where they got fucking Malik Beasley just getting ripped apart. And it turns out that that's like the base thing, and that's how this is. They're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. This is how we're gonna make the Hellraiser game. This is the base. And then you find out like that the base coding of Hellraiser was the fucking hidden files where they were just fucking the shit up out of Beasley, and he really did have to fucking get strung up, and he had to make all those weird noises. Sorry, that got really dark and really into it. But my point is we don't play with Beasley no more on 2K. So that whole article about people taking that shit, my story seriously, it's real from experience. So yeah, what, just as far as sports games, you said like NHL, but what what sports game was probably the one that like you really like? You were like, I really like this. Like I might not even like this sport, or I don't really watch sports, but this game is so much fucking fun.
Yeah. This might shock you, but I actually played FIFA with 2 of my boys.
Okay, yeah, that is shocking.
I was like,
I would have expected that. I mean, you play every game, so that's not shocking, but the fact that you enjoyed FIFA is like...
Yeah, I love the premise that you can like really set some shit up, but it's not easy.
It's so hard.
But then...
Dude, the original FIFA on PlayStation 2 was like hard as fuck.
Yeah, and then you kind of learn that which almost every sports game has like this niche thing that the players do online, and that is to make your soccer player super small. Because now that he's small, he runs really fast. So it's like, I don't really want to run real fast. I want to be more technical and stuff like that, so I can make a bigger guy, but I might not get the ball all the time.
Right.
Because this guy is literally blowing past me.
So the only FIFA game I ever got into before I was into it was definitely FIFA Street. That was the only one that could get me into it. The other. So I was late to FIFA essentially. I didn't because FIFA Street first FIFA Street came out well after FIFA had been being released. Like FIFA, there was there was FIFA 1 or FIFA there was FIFA 99 or FIFA 2001, FIFA 2000, 2003, 2004, and then maybe FIFA Street in 5 or maybe after 3.
Yeah.
But point is there was hella soccer games. There was other soccer games too other than FIFA.
Yeah, and now FIFA's not even FIFA.
No, yeah, it's like
football club.
Football FC, FC soccer, some shit.
But you say you're late. I'm really late because I played FIFA 24 before it became, or was it 23? Before it became FC Football Club.
Oh, so this story of you playing FIFA and shit, this is fairly recent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, my stories of FIFA go back to FIFA Street.
Yeah.
Just because that was when I was really into the game, but I didn't care about FIFA. I didn't care about soccer at all, but the game was just so much fun that it kind of got me into I knew who a couple players were now, whereas I wouldn't have.
Yeah, honestly, the thing with sports games is I had a group that I played with, but they were so big in the sports that if they were losing, they
were pissy.
Done. We're not
having fun. Yeah.
And it's well, all right, whatever.
So, dude, I had this thing where my dad, he would never go easy on me with video games, and he was really good at video games.
Yeah.
So we had I want to say it was called NFL 2003. I want to say that's what it was called. It wasn't a Madden game. It was an NFL game. I want to say it was before 2K. It was an NFL 2003 video game. It was... Let's see.
Madden.
Not Madden.
2003.
Maybe it wasn't 2003. Maybe it was 4.
NFL Game Day?
No, it wasn't Game Day.
NFL Blitz.
Is it Fever? Is it called Fever? Yep, that's it right there. NFL Fever 2003. That's it. So this is the game that my dad and I would play.
Back when NFL had...
And Peyton Manning's on the cover of this bad boy. But the graphics were crazy for 2003.
Wow.
Dude, yeah. Just for a little bit of gameplay for people to see this. Look at that. The physics were crazy. Their mouths would move and shit. I remember thinking oh my god, this is peak.
Yeah.
Look at that. 2003, bro. Look at that. The proportions, the scaling. Do you see how I bopped?
Yeah.
The body shakes when he runs. They don't just fall down. The crowds, they move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was way ahead of its time, dude, to me. It was the best. So, played the shit out of that. Didn't realize until right now that there's Peyton Manning on the cover of it. That's crazy. But this game had a mode where you played the game first person from the helmet perspective.
What?
Dude. NFL Fever 2003 helmet mode. Helmet mode. Where is it at? It was fucking so hard to play. As a wide receiver, dude, it was so hard. Because you have limited fucking view. Like, you can't see. You can't see shit. But
you deserve the best.
But anyway, like, you can't see anything. And I remember trying to play it in this fucking... Please tell me they have a fucking video of it. It was crazy, bro. It was so hard to play. But anyway, I tried playing it like that, and when you play it that way, you have to like look at the ball when it's coming, and it's just insane. Because everything's still moving at the same rate that it moves when it's in third person. They didn't think to slow it down for first person, so it's really hard. Let me just see, like, first person mode. First person mode. I mean, this is such an old game. It's like, there's probably no videos on it. But anyway, my dad and I would play this, and,
there it is.
Where?
The wrong way to play. Oh,
That's
no.
2K5, though. But anyway, my point is you would play this shit in first-person mode, and it was so fucking hard. But my dad was really good at it, and it was because he was really good at Madden, really good at 2K, really good at fucking the Blitz, all the games, all the sports games, Slugfest, baseball, all of it.
Yeah.
Great at everything when it came to games. And so I never won. He would play with the worst team and give me the best team. And I never won. And I would cry, dude. And he would like fucking freak out. I'd be sitting there, he'd be up 41-0. I'd be like trying to, he'd like fucking fumble the ball, let me pick it up and run it all the way to the end zone and then fucking tackle me like right there, right before I get to it, and force a fumble because he knew how to do all that, and I would be ass.
Ooh.
And then he'd take it and run it back and get another point. And then he's like, yeah, son, what you gonna do? Like, just fucking tanking on me. And then one day, bro, I finally fucking beat him. And he never would play with me after that. Never picked it up again. But I say all that to say, that was the game that, like, I didn't even care about football. But once I beat him, it was a wrap. And the team I beat him with, Detroit Lions.
Okay.
It's like
Detroit.
adds to the Detroit lore in me, man. Like, I'm not from Detroit. I've never been to Detroit, but God, I swear there's like a piece of me or a part of me. Like, I should check and see if I got family in there, because I swear there's like this weird thing with Detroit. But yeah, that was probably the game that got me into like sports a little bit, where I was not really into them at all. I just liked like the surfable stuff. Like, Allen Iverson's the greatest. Like, Michael Jordan's the greatest. Kobe's the greatest. Like, Emmitt Smith is the shit.
Yeah. I mean, I played some football stuff, but it was mainly like Mutant League football.
Oh shit, okay.
You know, crazy over the top stuff.
Yeah, yep.
Blitz.
Did you like did you ever fuck with like the backyard sports games?
Backyard wrestling.
Okay, that was not at all what I was talking about, but sure. Those are... So, dude, for everybody listening, or watching, I should say, I'm going to pull it up what I was talking about. he said I said backyard sports, and then he was like, I fuck with backyard wrestling, which is a sport, and it was done backyard. But backyard sports games this is what I was talking about. This little Pablo in the wheelchair.
No, I didn't know this was a thing. Sorry.
Yeah. This is the best, dude. They were great games, bro. Little fucking baseball games and football and all the backyard sports. This man...
You threw me a lob.
...was talking about this.
Backyard wrestling.
2000s.
Had fucking ICP in it.
This is what this man was talking about. Slammed! A junkie, a dude with like literal meth, a fucking shopping cart.
Rude Boy and M-Dog.
That's the one I remember.
Yep.
I remember both of these, but I remember this one. Like, I remember seeing this in a Blockbuster and being like, I want to get this. And my mom being like, oh, it's got an M on it. Nope. And I'm like, come on, man. I got Grand Theft Auto at home. That's way worse than this. She's like, I don't care. You don't need to play that.
The pancake squash.
So this is one I didn't play until like it was way late in the game because one of my boys had it, and it was alright. It was not anything like wrestling, like the video games. They were way better.
I could have won Def Jam Vendetta, you know.
So that shit, dude. You know what's funny about those games is I always knew rappers, knew names and shit, but that game put me onto like all the rappers that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's look up Def Jam. What was the first one? Fight for New York?
Yeah, Fight for New York.
New York characters. Yeah. So, I just want to see who all was in the characters from Fight for New York. Yeah, like D-Mob.
Yep.
Joe Budden. I honestly didn't know who Joe Budden was.
Carmen Electra? What?
Yeah, I remember that she was in it.
Ludacris.
Kimura was in that. I forgot about that. But okay, so like Lil Kim, I knew who Lil Kim was.
Yep.
But then this is how, because like I didn't have the internet and shit. So like if she wasn't on MTV or like, you know, BET, I didn't like. I might have seen a music video with Lil Kim in it, but I remember seeing her in this video game and then like looking for her in FYE, and then there's that fucking her album with that fucking where she's spreading her fucking legs wide open, that crazy cover.
Yeah,
dude, and I fucking bought that album just for that cover. And she's fucking dirty in that shit too, which is like, wow, looking back at that cover, oh, but I bought it for that cover and I cut it out and I fucking had it as a little poster and I would like hide it when my mom would come in. Yeah, Method Man and Redman, I remember knowing them, but I remember like really starting to like fuck with Redman from this game.
Flavor Flav.
Yep. Scarface, I like knew the music but didn't know what he looked like, so this is like all I knew of what he looked like was that. Slick Rick, okay, funny thing with that was like I had no idea Slick Rick was like the guy that was like the dude that made the song for like Once Upon a Time. Blah, blah. So I fucked with him in the game, but like I always thought like what a fucking weed, like he's probably so like he's got a fucking eye patch and shit. Like what?
I see Tech there. Is that the Tech 9, the battle rapper?
Yeah. Playable character. Tech is a strategic fighter. Wasting energy every strike. He's from D-Mob. Hometown Baltimore. He's a trigger man. Definitely from the quotes. No.
Nope. Okay. Apparently
he's part of the crew.
D-Mob had
part
a
of the
guy named
Dragon.
Tech.
Warren G. I remember knowing the name but not knowing the face. Exhibit. I always thought Exhibit was lit because of Pimp My Ride. So I was like, yo.
Ice-T.
Ice-T. I remember he was in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like Havoc. Havoc was one. I didn't know who that was. And then this shit, I was like, whoa. And then Henry Rollins, I didn't, like, I was like, why is he in this shit?
Honorable shout out, I guess.
Yeah, like, looking back, it's like fire that y'all threw him in there. But also, it's like, why was he in that? But yeah. Why? Wait, Omar Epps was in it?
Yes.
Why do I not remember him being in it? Omar Epps is OE? Sure. I didn't know that. But then V for Vendetta was the second one. Or this was the second one. Which one was? Oh yeah, Vendetta was the first one.
I was about to...
Yep, Vendetta was 100% the first one. Yep, Vendetta was the first one. Who was in Vendetta? Because Vendetta was the first one. Wasn't 50 Cent in Vendetta?
Maybe, yeah.
Capone, DMX, that's who it was.
Yeah!
Yes.
Funkmaster Flex.
Redman, Nori. Cruz, Proof. Yep. So wait.
Didn't I have Snoop Dogg?
I guess you.
I thought one of them had Snoop.
Snoop was in the second one. He was just on he was in Fight for New York. I had him on that list. But yeah, okay. So it was Vendetta was the first one for sure. I remember just because that cover. I remember. I played that one more than I played the second one, and I played honestly the newest one more than I played all of them just because I owned the newest one. I didn't, which was Def Jam. It was just like fucking what was the newest one called? It was like Def Jam, Icon. That's what it was called. Yeah, that was the last one I had. I played that one a lot. Did you play this one? Oh, this one was actually lit.
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought, like, I knew Fight for New York was there, but I didn't know Icon.
So Icon came out on the next generation. This was 360.
360, yeah.
So, dude, like, this one, you got to play, my favorite character to play as in this one, hands down, was T.I.
All right, let's see the roster.
Bro, look at the roster. And the graphics were sick. And, dude, they incorporated this mechanic where... You remember how in the other ones, like, you would charge them up and then they had, like, a finisher?
Yeah.
This one, you did this thing where you would hold, like, R1 or R2. Or you would hold the trigger. One of the triggers you would hold, and then you would have the stick. Because when you would hold the trigger, the guy would stop and, like, throw up DJ hands and put his ear up and, like, go... And you would go like this with the stick and move his hand around. And if you would hit the right DJ record, because there's the whole time if you hit them, your music starts to play.
Yeah.
And then if you start fucking them up, your music gets even louder and louder and louder.
Shit.
And then you hit the shit and you go and then you fucking stomp the ground and everything crashes. The fucking the like level busts out, the cars bounce up, the rim starts spinning.
Shit.
Dude, this game they went hard on this one. Fat Joe was a big character in this one. I think he was the bad guy in it. Characters. Yeah. So these are the characters. Ghostface Killer, Ludacris, Method Man, Sean Paul, Big Boy, Kano.
E40?
E40 was in it. Yep.
Mike Giles.
Who else? Paul Wall. Anthony Anderson was in it. Mike Jones was lit in it. But the music was lit. The music was so lit. Jim Jones was so fresh. But they were all so fresh. Where's T.I.? I don't see T.I.
Might not have all the characters.
Yeah, I guess they don't. Alright. Method Man, Redman, Sean Paul, Sticky Figures, Funkmaster Flex, Big Herc Boyd, Mike Jones, Paul Wall, Day, David.
What?
Yep. Dude, they had everybody in this fucking game. Yep, T.I. right there.
Oh, yep.
The Game was savage in this too.
Kato.
Lil Jon was in this joint.
What?
Bro, it was so lit. This game was actually lit. Matter of fact, let's pull up some gameplay real quick. This game was so fucking dope.
Yeah.
But the graphics weren't bad because it was 360. I mean, 360 actually had good graphics. Like,
Yeah.
it did well. For generationally, I should say, the 360 did well. But graphic wise, but yeah, like look, like it was so dope. This game was so dope.
Rich big boy.
But like, look at T.I. and you could like get chains for them and get all kinds of different drip for them, and they had actual brands too, like vape and like shit like that. It wasn't
okay.
like just generic sneaker. They had that too. but-
Customizable.
Yeah, bro, you could do all kinds of shit, and then you made your own character, and then you went through the story with your own character, and like you could use all kinds of different stuff from all the other characters. So like you could use like you could make a character built like Fat Joe, or you could make it built like T.I., and then you could use like T-Pain's dreads, and you could put like you could do all kinds of shit and make all kinds of crazy characters. It was such a lit game. I don't think it did well though. Like people didn't like
Poorly received.
because if you remember the other Def Jams were almost like Mortal Kombat-esque arcade fighting, whereas this one they got more like realistic fighting. It was closer to like a fight night.
Ah, okay.
And people just didn't like that. This was like way more. They tried to make a realistic fighting game, whereas the other ones were like
Arcadey.
we're arcadey and
Yeah.
fun, just beating ass. And even the characters were like caricatures rather than like. And in this one, they're like, no, we want you to know it like looks like T.I. from the music
Yeah.
video.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that game was fucking actually. It was. I thought it was great, but it came also like think about. You remember like all the Fight Night games, and then they came out with Fight Night Champion, where they were like, "We're gonna put you in prison," and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, this is the game. This is the one."
Yeah.
That was the best one. Still to this day, I'll play it. The guy Frost at the end, that fucking fight.
So I think is it Fight Night that where you could box people online?
Yeah.
So my
And there'd be people on there smoking you with Cesar Chavez
Yo,
Jr. And you'd
so-
be like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like,
my the guy I was talking to in my group, he was like in the top 80 for Fight Night in the world.
oh, wow. Okay, so that's what I was going to say. There was a lot of sweats on that game.
Yeah, apparently he was one of those.
Yeah, this game. Fight Night Champion.
Yeah.
Graphics were insane. And dude, when Mike Tyson would throw a punch and they would show his muscles flex, he like looked like a horse, bro. Like it was just, oh, dude, the graphics, bro. Like they hold up today when it comes to like. Okay, that's not the greatest picture. Like they hold up. I mean, like again, like look at that, bro.
Yeah.
Muscles. And when he like it's a still, but when he's throwing that, you're seeing the veins pop slowly. Dude, it was such a good. The game was insane. But fighting in prison was such a fun thing because you fight a bunch of skinheads, and it was such a good game. They're like they don't say they're skinheads, but they're clearly skinheads. But yeah, that game was sick because you go through different weight classes. You start out as like a light heavy or a middleweight. Either a lightweight or a middleweight. And then you get into some shit, go to jail. And then in jail, you become a heavyweight. And then you come out as a heavyweight and you go pro as a heavyweight. Because when you were a lightweight or a middleweight, you were like amateur and then you were going to like a championship thing. And you were about to go pro. And then somebody in your gym or somebody like a promoter or agent or something, somebody like bookies or something, like you get caught up in some shit. And that game had a crazy story. But that's where all the fight nights before this, they were just like you would customize a character and just go through like a story where like you gotta train and then you go to the match and train, go to the match. This one was like scene for scenes. We're gonna have cut scenes and dialogue and
That's
recorded.
cool.
So crazy, bro. That game was insane. But yeah, that was. I was also kind of into boxing. Like I knew a lot more boxers too because I grew up watching boxing a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, my dad watched that stuff too.
Yeah, my dad. Like every like any Tyson fight or any like reruns that he would show, we would watch all that shit. My favorite fighter that I watched growing up and my dad would watch was Bernard Hopkins, the Executioner. That motherfucker was a savage.
Yeah, my dad will watch that, but more than likely when I was a kid, it was wrestling.
Y'all watch wrestling? Fuck yeah. Okay, so growing up, my dad hated that wrestling shit. It was gay, fucking stupid. Didn't like all that shit was corny to him. He liked boxing. But my mom's like best friend, who I fucking is like my aunt / dad / like she's the shit. She was there for all of my birth, my brother's birth. She's been there every fucking step of the way in our lives. Shout out Pops, you know, if you're watching this, shout you out. But anyway, she would watch wrestling like fucking avid, like all of it. She grew up with it. She would like, dude, she grew up watching the Von Erichs and shit, and like would go like, dude, she would sneak out of her fucking house and like go on road trips with people and go watch this shit and like go to Baltimore and go to Philadelphia and go to Pittsburgh and just go watch like underground wrestling, like when it was like not like before, like bro, in like the 80s and like shit like that. So she's friends with some of them now, like some of like those like the fucking old wrestling legends and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, she would watch all the wrestling, and her whole family would come over, and they would order Papa John's, and they would all watch wrestling when it would be on.
Damn,
and so
okay.
that was my, like, I would always go over for that because I loved it.
Oh, yeah?
Loved it.
Watched
So that's
from WCW,
fuck yeah.
the NWO, all those, and then into
The whole Attitude Era.
Yeah, WWF. That changed in the WWE.
Yeah, so that's probably my favorite era was the Attitude Era, like the WCW, NWO.
Yeah.
Like that era was definitely my favorite era for wrestling.
Yeah.
For me, like that's 100% my favorite era.
Yeah. Oh, Billy Goldberg.
He was my favorite wrestler.
Same. Even though he wouldn't wrestle all the time. It was what's his name that
I just thought he was such a fucking brute.
Oh yeah.
Like he just seemed like the type of dude that like if you fucking like I don't know, I just remember thinking like when I would see him I was like, dude, he looks like I used to just think like he looks like somebody from like an ancient time. Like he just looks like when you think of like ancient gladiators built like just behemoth, but not like they're not like hulking giants like the way the Hulk is, but they're just crazy cut up and they got big ass necks and shit. Yeah. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, you will rape and pillage whatever you want, and guns won't be invented for another 1,000 years. So there's nothing anybody can say or do. Like, do what you want, big boy. Like,
no, yeah.
I would think about him like that. I was like, oh, you.
I just loved his opening that he was essentially escorted in by police.
Yep.
And then, bam, the sparklers, bam, bam, bam. And then and then whoever stepped in that ring was getting speared.
Did you like Steve Austin?
Yes, Steve Austin was another one.
So he was one that I didn't like. But listen, I didn't like because everybody loved him. And then I was just like, he's fucking, like, he's fire. I just hate that everybody likes him. And so I closetly liked him. I would tell everybody, fucking Steve Austin's gay. He's stupid, bro. That's cliche. Everybody likes him. That's corny. I wouldn't use the word cliche, but I would say basically that. Like, give me somebody for real that you like, blah, blah, blah. Like, give me another one. Like, that's a shitty pick. That's a shitty pick, even though I'm just like, yeah, Steve Austin is fire. He's fucking sick. Fucking Austin 3'9". 316, sorry.
316.
But yeah, bro, he was great.
It's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Have you seen the video of the guy driving through drive-thrus wearing an ET mask? Yelling as Steve Austin?
No.
Oh, bro, hold on. Okay, we gonna wrap this joint up here
That's
soon.
the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Steve Austin E.T. Dog. I don't own the rights to this video, but I also don't know. Who cares? This shit is...
This is Stone Cold E.T. and I just want to order a couple White Castles to go.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
I said Stone Cold E.T. would like a couple cheeseburgers and maybe a drink, and I'd like to get out of here as soon as possible, and that's the bottom line.
Hey, do you want to pull up? I can't understand anything you're saying, please.
Okay, you want Stone Cold E.T. to pull up what side?
Just pull up to the first window.
Okay. You know Stone Cold E.T. This window?
Next one.
This window? Next one. This is so stupid. Shout out YouTube for dumbass videos.
Same.
I want to order a couple cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line. Cause you know Stone Cold E.T. like to come to White Castle, order a couple cheeseburgers to fill me up before I whoop some ass. Give me a hell yeah if you're down with Stone Cold E.T. Oh, hell yeah! Cause Stone Cold E.T. likes whooping ass. When Stone Cold E.T. rides a bicycle, I ride it long, I ride it hard, just like the Texas rattlesnake when he's done whooping Vince McMahon's ass. Oh, hell yeah. What'd you say, E.T.? What? What'd you say, E.T.? What? I said I want to order 2 cheeseburgers, and that's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line.
That's great.
Vince McMahon's ass. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, sorry everybody. That might not have been that funny, but I love that video. It's classic.
That was pretty fucking dope.
But yeah, bro. Wrestling was classic. Growing up with wrestling. It's different now. I don't know. I've watched some of it. It's just, I don't know. Some of it's cool. Some of like the whole John Cena turning heel shit. Did you see any of that? You watch all that?
Yep. John Cena heel. They had Rock heel at one point.
Yep.
Stone Cold was a heel.
They do that. It's like the fucking, if you either die a hero or live long, and you know.
Yep.
Speaking of dying a hero, R.I.P. to fucking
Hogan.
The Hulkster, man. R.I.P. We lost the Hulkster, and we lost old Ozymandias. We lost the fucking Dark Prince.
Mr. Crowley.
R.I.P. to them. But yeah, fucking real quick, what's your what was the first song that you heard what was the first Ozzy song you heard that you can think you like? You might have heard something other than that, but like that you remember, like what was the
War
first?
Pigs. Because Guitar Hero 3,
Yep.
bro. War Pigs.
So I think mine was Iron Man, honestly.
That was
it was Guitar Hero 1.
Yep.
That was
maybe that one was the one.
That's the one that I remembered.
You know what it was? It was War Pigs from my dad. But I didn't understand that was Ozzy.
Yeah.
But when I really understood it was Ozzy, it was Iron Man.
Yeah. The other one, the big one, I'm drawing a blank on it right now. I feel like an idiot.
Crazy Train?
No, not that one. The one from Black Sabbath.
Oh.
The one everybody fucking... Oh my god, I feel like such an asshole. This is what happens when I've been fucking thinking too much. Oh my god. Either way, there was a song that I want to say it was on Grand Theft Auto. It was on San Andreas or it was on Vice City. But I didn't know that Black Sabbath and Ozzy were I didn't know they were the same thing.
Yeah.
So, Ozzy Osbourne for me was the reality show. Growing up, that was how I knew him. Like I did not know him for the music. I found out about the music long after. Like, I kind of remember wondering like why he was such a big deal, right? Like, because I didn't know him for the music. I remember like that was a part of the show, where they talk about it, or he would do signings and shit. And I knew he was a musician, but I didn't know he was like the shit until like way later. Like,
yeah, I'm still trying to think of that freaking Black Sabbath song.
Because like because everybody had reality TV shows back then too. Like there was Jackass, but then also there was BAM, like Viva La Bam. Remember he had a TV show.
Viva La Bam.
And like CKY had like fucking little show.
I don't remember that one. I know CKY did Viva La Bam's music.
Yeah, CKY had a bunch of show. Like they had a show, I thought, because that's where you would see like Mike Valley beating the fuck out of like fucking 10 people at once and shit. It would just be like random clips of them skating, and they would like do a bunch of shit with poop and stuff. Like CKY show. What was it called though? Okay, it was just called CKY. Right? I know the band too, right? But was CKY show? Question mark. Am I misremembering this now? Yep, okay, film series. That's what it was. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I remember watching it. Yeah, CKY. Because that was how I knew about BAM. Was from that.
Because his brother...
Yeah, his brother was in this shit.
Directed by Bam Margera.
Yeah, look at all the...
Oh, yeah, it had Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, see Jess Margera. Everybody was in this shit. But, yeah. Super fucking... Yeah, 1999 and 2002. I watched the shit out of that. Do you remember Bum Fights? Did you ever watch those? That series on fucking YouTube?
Nope.
It got banned eventually, but... It was like that, but more modern. It was like a guy would go around... Because they would do shit like that, too. They would do crazy shit. But...
I don't know why when you said bum fights, I was instantly thinking like Celebrity Deathmatch.
Classic. That was one that they tried to bring back, and it just wasn't. It wasn't what it was.
Doesn't hit.
Didn't hit the same. Yeah.
Yep.
I think they were trying to play it safe though, whereas the original one was like full on South Park with it. Like they were just like, we're just going all the way out.
Yeah, and South Park has stayed the same.
Yeah, everybody's talking about this new episode that apparently is like groundbreaking and blew up the internet for like 3 days. I didn't see it, but apparently it's going crazy. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I think the last I watched of South Park was when they were doing the fantasy thing bit because of the game being out, the Stick of Destiny.
Okay.
Well,
I watched
the game came from that.
I watched the movies that came out after that. Like
Okay.
about the pandemic, and then the one that came out about oh my god. Cuz Tegrity Farms and all that shit was after all that.
Yeah. And the hamsters.
What the fuck? There was a pandemic one, and then there was another one. They just recently came out. Not recently, but more recently than the pandemic one. Or a pandemic one part 2 or something. It was like a 2-part one. It was great. It was great. Those were both great. They were movies though. They were on like Paramount Plus or whatever. But yeah. What was the first? We did the Ozzy, and then what was what was the first time Hulk Hogan left an impression on you, if you remember? I remember mine for sure. Mine was on N64 on WCW versus NWO when you could play as him in the video game. Because his character stood out like a fucking, like he had so many definitive features as a character versus like all the other characters. They all had that boxy frame, had big block hands.
I seen him.
And he just was fucking.
I seen him wrestling, I think is what it was. But it was the fucking mustache.
The handlebar mustache.
Nobody was rocking that, and Hulk had that. And then he would always come in and rip the shirt off.
Yep. Yeah, I remember everybody thinking he was cool, but I didn't really get it. And then in the video game, I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm playing as him. And then I would play as him and play as him and play as him. And then I was just like, he's my favorite guy.
Yeah, because I did catch the Road Warriors and Hulk Hogan versus his nemesis, which was Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yep. I don't know. I can't remember if they had their voices in those games or not. Or if it was just fucking little speech bubbles.
I think it was speech bubbles. I don't think they had like fully voiced lines yet.
Yeah. But yeah, the wrestling games they always go hard on the wrestling games. I don't play them anymore, but
yeah, first wrestling game I had was on the Game Boy.
I never had it.
Mania.
I never had any of the wrestling games on the Game Boy. I never played a single one. Now that I think about that, I was one of those people that I only played certain games on the Game Boy unless somebody had a different type of game and I borrowed it and played it and was like, oh, that's super cool.
I don't know how I had it, but I had it. And then
like I was all platformers, like 2D scroller platformers, like Mario, all the Mario games, all the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Fire and Emblem, all those, Advance Wars.
Oh yeah, I ended up playing on there. Obviously, the N64 with WCW versus NWO.
Yep, same.
That
was the first wrestling game I ever had.
And from there, I actually had a buddy who had the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
So played wrestling on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Played some of the WWF games on PlayStation 2.
So I loved the one that had Rob Zombie's song as the main thing for the game. It even had a music video in it.
Did it have Mankind on the cover? Mankind.
Pro wrestling video game. Had Rob Zombie's music video in it. Yep, that's the game right there. But what game is that?
Oh, yeah, it was metal.
Shut Your Mouth, was that it? Maybe it was that. What is this? No, not that.
Oh, thank you.
Shit.
Oh yeah, I've definitely played that one.
Yeah, it was that one. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was that one. Pretty sure.
Never Gonna Stop.
Yeah, never gonna stop. Yeah. Yep, that was it. That was the one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was the game. The SmackDown one. Yeah, I had that one. And I played that a lot. And that was probably it until like one of the more recent 2K ones that everybody was playing. I tried it for a little bit.
Did that one have Brock Lesnar and John Cena in it?
What? The one you were playing, you were saying?
No, the Shut Your Mouth.
Yeah.
Because I think that's when they introduced you could not be in the ring. You could be back.
Outside. You could be outside the ring. You could do
could
all kinds of shit in that
be
one.
in the parking lot, be up on top of a truck.
And you could do
F5
crazy intros in that one. That was when the crazy intros would happen.
Yep.
Where you could ride the motorcycle in or come in a coffin. All that cool shit.
Yep, we would F5 or FU people off of the truck.
Yeah, that was when they incorporated that kind of shit into those games.
Yeah.
What was probably, what do you think the most iconic to you, like, the first game, like the first person shooter game that you ever played that was like, not only do I really enjoy this, but also like, I have to keep playing this, it's so immersive. Like, what was the first one that really, like, you, like, maybe you casually played first-person shooters in the past, but you didn't care about the fact that it was a first-person shooter, or you, like, it didn't feel like, holy shit, like, I like this, and, like, any game that does this better is onto something. I remember mine, so I'll let you think on it, but...
I'd probably have to say Halo Combat Evolved.
Okay.
The first Halo.
So mine, all of the Medal of Honor games from PlayStation were crazy. But there was a game that came out eventually that was like, to me, it set a standard for first-person shooters. And it made me go hard on them. And it was called Black.
Oh yeah, I played it. I wasn't a big fan.
This game.
Yep.
Bro. So instead of having blood, it was like black that would pop and shit. And that was crazy. But the immersion was fucking insane. That and whichever Medal of Honor, I want to say it was Rising Sun. I think it was Rising Sun. Yep. Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I was playing Medal of Honor on the PlayStation 1 long before this, hardcore, but this was the one that I was like, holy fuck, the story, it was the game, the levels, the AI in this game was insane. Those are probably the two. Black and Medal of Honor Rising Sun were probably the two that really just fucking struck for me when it came to first person, left an impression where I was like, yep, I'm probably going to play first person shooters forever. especially if they're good like this.
Yeah, I think.
But Halo, huh?
I think it is. Yeah.
Halo was crazy.
Just because.
Like Halo 1, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, Halo 1. Actually, Halo. You might be right. Halo 1 might be the one. Because then you could go and when the first time you could get into a Warthog and drive, you were like, or ride on the back and shoot and then get off and you're fucking first person and you got the needler and it, like, you're just like, what's going on here? The graphics were so good too.
Yeah.
Everything was tactile. You felt like when you would shoot.
Yeah, not only that, but the way I first played Halo Combat Evolved was there at our fair that we have. There was the Xbox tent that came through when Xbox was first launching.
Okay.
And
that we talked about. Yep, we talked about the fair, and they did have Halo. That was the
big
one. That was the one.
It was that one and something Reckoning.
I saw that one there. I want to say Fusion Frenzy there.
Yes, Fusion Frenzy was also there.
And then Brute Force was there. And another one was there.
I didn't see Brute Force.
That was the only way I knew about Brute Force. And I never ended up getting it until
Maybe
like
it's called
way late.
The Reckoning. I don't know.
Dude, look at how good Halo 1's graphics were. Jesus Christ. Like, people just don't know. Like, they really don't. Like, if you weren't there, you wouldn't know because of how crazy graphics are today. But I swear, like, if you didn't have a PC and didn't know somebody with a PC,
yep,
or know somebody that had a PC that could run anything with, like, could I think the craziest PC graphics might have been Crysis or something, but before that, it was probably like Microsoft Flight Simulator, something like that. Because those graphics were always crazy to me, even when, shit was not. But the point is like, look at this. Look at that, dude. Like, look at that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is insane. The blur and shit, like, I don't know, man. It was ahead of its time. And in the story in this, you could also fucking accidentally kill your guys. Remember that? Like,
yep.
I remember every game you would walk up to a dude and shoot him. This is before they would, you wouldn't be able to pull the trigger. Now that's the mechanic, you can't pull the trigger, or the fucking crosshair will turn into an X or something, like saying it won't fire. But in this era, you could shoot the gun and it would just go off and nothing would happen. In this game, you shot a motherfucker, he would die. Like, he would get hurt and he would die.
Yeah, and if you had enough people following and you shot more, or killed two guys, they would shoot you.
They would turn on you.
Yeah.
Before, now they'll just kick you out. They'll cut the mission, fade it. But before they would they would kill you off because you would never be able to beat them. They would eventually overpower you no matter what. Or there would be the few times that you would kill them all and then you'd roll through a mission by yourself and get fucked.
Yeah.
And you'd hit a save point and then you'd be like, damn it. But dude, look at that. Point is Halo was on another level. Halo was on another level. Damn. When did Soldier of Fortune come out? That was the first person game that blew me away. Yeah, Soldier of Fortune, this game. Because you could shoot. This was the I'm lying. Damn. Because now we go back to GoldenEye. GoldenEye was a great thing. You know what I mean? The further back you go, Perfect Dark. Do you remember Perfect Dark, the first one?
I never.
Oh, the first one was crazy. I didn't care so much for all the other ones. But look, this is what I was going to say. Soldier of Fortune, you could shoot people, and they had particle effects in this game where you could actually shoot somebody's head and a piece of it would break off, and then you could shoot another part and that piece would break off, and then you could shoot them. You could shoot them down till there were nothing left but just little bits on the ground, all over their body, separate their organs and all kinds of crazy shit. And they had like when you would shoot their chest and it would open up, you would see like their stomach and their ribs and stuff. Like it was crazy. The graphics were for the time really great, but probably didn't age too well. I want to be able to blow that picture up.
What's there's another one. Time
shift, time split.
Time split.
Yeah, time split was crazy.
Time splitters.
Time split. Yeah, that's the guy on the front for time splitters too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was crazy. The second one was way lit, but the first one was dope. Yeah. Yeah, the first one was the one that I played more, but the second one was dope. Yeah, this one. I never played this one. That's the third one. But I fucked with this one.
Shit.
And I fucked with this one a lot. Time Splitters was crazy. There was one that was on Xbox 360, I want to say, that was a time game. That was like, was it Time Shift? Do you remember that? Xbox 360? I think that's what it was called. Yep. This game was dope.
Time Shift.
So you had this like mechanic where you could like rewind something or fast forward it.
Okay.
And do shit while it was happening, like, and pause time and make things go slow, and then run fast and shoot the guys behind them, and then press play, and everybody die.
Okay.
It was cool. It had cool ass mechanics that it just, I don't know why it didn't do so well, because the graphics were great. It was a little like grayed out. The whole thing was pretty like muted, but it was a cool game.
I know another one that some people would probably say is Fear, the Fear games.
So, shit, hold on, let me go back to Google. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, agreed. Fear one. Wait, there was 3 of them, right?
Yep.
Fear series, Xbox. Yep, Fear. Yeah, these games. So I remember the first one I played and the second one I played. I didn't ever beat the second one, but I beat the first one.
Ooh, okay.
I was too scared of it. Like this was like back when like I would be too scared to beat. Like there was certain games like Alone in the Dark on PlayStation 1 was one of them I never beat as a kid because I was too scared of it. Resident Evil on GameCube that had the big tarantula. I was terrified of that one.
Wow, dude. The original Silent Hill, the original,
So I got
Resident
through
Evil.
Silent Hill because I played it with my dad.
Oh, dude.
And the Resident Evil with Nemesis.
My
I played it 'cause I played
dad played through Silent Hill. But I was young enough to where they were like, should we really be letting him watch this? Because I would actually get nightmares. And stuff like that. So yeah, those were good ones. And then obviously Doom 3. Doom 3 scared the shit out of me.
So Dead Space 1 was terrifying to me.
That
game was actually terrifying to me, and I was like old enough to be like okay to play through it.
So Doom 3
but it was hard to play through it.
Made me actually not play the game for like the longest time. Dead Space 1 I still played through. Like I was scared, but I was scared
so
enough
dude, Dead
to play
Space 2 I would only play during the day. And I would keep the windows open. Like, not open, but I would keep the blinds open and shit so the sun was coming in. I'd have the lights on. And if I was really feeling gangster, really, like, ballsy, I would turn it on for, like, 5 minutes in the middle of the night trying to play it sometimes. Like, I'd be like, I want to play this mission. I just got to beat this mission. And I'd turn it on, and then I'd boot it up and I'd start and I'd be like, oh yeah, I was at this one save point, because this is back when you'd be like at a save point.
Yeah.
And so now I gotta like go through something again, and the thing normally that I would quit would not be because I lost something. It'd be like something popped out and ate me the first time, and then popped out and ate me the second time. And every time it ate me is because I would panic and throw the controller. And so I bitched out. So every time I'd try it at night, if I was feeling real ballsy, I'd try it. Never got through it. Never.
Ooh.
Never got through it at night. But during the day, could play it and pause and like recalibrate, play it, pause, recalibrate. But that was one that kicked my ass because it was scary as fuck. Dude, that game was so scary. And the Condemned, sorry. Those games were so scary. Condemned 1 and Condemned 2 Bloodshot.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were good.
They were so scary. Because it was first person. Yeah, these games. Holy shit. So scary. The dudes would pop out of the pipes and shit. You'd be like in the sewer and shit. Oh, I hated it. Dude, honestly, there was parts of Half-Life 2 that scared me.
Really? The head grabs?
Yep. When they jump, it would... Oh, fuck! Yep. That's funny. You knew exactly what I was about. Like the head crabs. Yep. The witch in the witches in fucking Left 4 Dead. They always terrified me. And then you open up. Yeah. She'd run at you with a long hand. Like, oh fuck!
Shoot her with every bullet you got.
And you're like,
Can't kill her.
oh god! Yeah, that was one I could play anytime, and it was just so fun. But the witches, I would always try to avoid them. I would be like, yeah, I'm not going for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, is that the one I played that my mom would get, like, so pissed off at me because I'd be, like, fucking hooting and hollering?
Like freaking out. Yeah. I would honestly freak out in Gears of War. Not from being like scared, but like anytime I'd get like overwhelmed, I'd freak out in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime I get overwhelmed in Gears, that one would fucking get me. Or like I'm trying to think. I think, yeah, probably Gears was probably the other one that like it would have me geeking the fuck out. That my mom would be like, bro, chill the fuck out. I'm trying to go to bed. And my room was right above my mom's, and I'd be fucking kicking and screaming, oh my god.
Yeah. We, at this point, we lived in Massachusetts, so we had roommates below us and above us. And the walls were thin, so
Nice.
she come in and you gotta be quiet or else we're turning off everything.
We'll shut your shit down. But yeah, yeah, bro, that was a good one. It's a good podcast, good time, good talk, pretty good length.
Yeah.
Probably fucking a good hour and a half at this point, maybe 2 hours even, something like that, somewhere in there. Where we at with it? Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. We got the cameras rolling. But shit. Did it not save it? Don't tell me it didn't save it. Anyway, we'll fucking wrap it up because either way, if it didn't save it. Good talk. Richie, appreciate you for the fucking pod. Appreciate you being here.
Always.
All my
anytime.
listeners, I appreciate y'all. Bless you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, fucking. Well, real quick, we'll end off with this. We'll end with a positive. Just make sure you're vocal. If you're not, yeah, we don't have to worry about that. But we'll end with a positive note. End with a positive thought. What's one for next week? Because this is gonna come out next week.
Yep.
Oh, one thing I want to say by this time. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy 50th birthday to my mama. She's the best. She's the queen. She's the ultimate. I love you, Mom. You're the shit.
Heck yeah.
I'm very excited. Hopefully the vacation was as lit as we, had planned for. But anyway, love you very much, Mom. All of the viewers, people watching, appreciate you guys. But one positive thought for the week from me, and then if Rich got one, he'll give you one. But one positive thought for the week, like I said, try your best to fucking check in on your folks, make sure everybody's good. If they're not good or they're reluctant, let them know that you're there and not to be afraid. And try to create little rituals, because they actually will fucking help you out when you never know. Like, you never know. Like, the simplest thing might be there for you in a time that you wouldn't have known you needed it had you not tried to make something. So that's my little 2 cents for the week. You got anything?
Yeah.
Just anything for anybody?
Honestly, I would say just try going out of your way for somebody, no matter how big or how small it is, to always to try to influence somebody positively.
Yep. You will the positive in the world.
Gotta bring a little love every time we get a chance.
You know what? That makes me think of a quote. We'll end with this. And then this will be the last thing. What is it? Building positive quotes. Or quote. I'm gonna make it super vague because it actually is. Where is it at? This is the one though. Okay. By Jim Rohn, or Rohn, however you say it, but it says, whatever good things we build end up building us. Yep. So just with the Good Weather Podcast, Good Weather Productions, Good Weather in the World, Good Weather to you, Good Weather to the folks, the fam, the friends, fans, everybody, family of fans, strangers, people that dislike, all that. The whole world, man. Whatever good you build ends up building you, so build as good as you can build it, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what he's saying, but that's a wrap.